Welcome back to a new week of daily updates across all of the major dollar pairs. Starting off with DXY on the daily time frame, we can see we've had our break of structure in towards the upside, and this is the current swing range that we're trading within. Now, we understand that this is the demand zone that's currently in control, and any retracement down could be that next opportunity for a long position, as this high over here has been taken out on this data feed here, but I know on some other data feeds it's not yet been run out, so a retracement down towards the demand zone could then push price up once more to run out this high indefinitely. What else could happen though is we are trading after this break of structure here. And what do we expect after a break of structure? We expect a pullback. And where do we expect the pullback to go to? Liquidity, which would be this point here or this point here, where you could then look for that next upside move. If we go down onto the 4-hour time frame, what we can see is we've had our 4-hour break of structure in towards the upside over here. However, if we zoom in a bit closer, we can see the internal structure, which is this structure that's been pushing us up in towards the highs. If we look at the most recent internal break, this would be our internal structure. We've liquidated this low over here, and now we could see that price action move up to run out the highs again. Although we won't get confirmation of this until we run out this supply zone, creating a nice area of demand where you can then long it up towards that target. So what does that mean for Euro USD? What we can see on the daily time frame is we've had that break of structure in towards the downside, and this is the current swing range that we're trading within. Now ideally this is the supply zone that's in control, and any retracement you'd be looking for a short. However, because there's no liquidity in this supply zone, you would anticipate that the high itself will be the fuel for that next downwards move. If we go down onto the 4-hour time frame, what we can see is we've had our most recent break of structure here, and this would be our swing range that we're trading within. Now this is a supply zone that is technically in control. However, if you look at this more price action down here, I would identify this here as a demand zone, a very strong one as well, because it's liquidated something, and where we could now see that next upside move towards one of these points of liquidity that are yet to be taken, as these are the only 2 points within this impulse which we would anticipate to get taken before we see that new lower low form. If we go down onto the 1-hour time frame, you can then highlight the key points of liquidity and where they are within this move, where you can then look for that confirmation to the long.